Hello and welcome to another update video about GMX. This is a coin I normally don't cover here on the YouTube channel. It's one that I normally only cover on Telegram and Discord for channel members. It's a coin that I think many people don't really, consider it, but it's an amazing coin that really performed so well this year. And I did take the previous support levels and everything off the chart, but it's a very popular one on in the MCO community, and it's made a new all-time high today, and it's just amazing. And I think many people don't realize there are coins actually making new all-time highs in this bear market. Optimism is another one. For some reason these coins aren't too popular. I don't know why. The views of the videos aren't too high, but this is an incredibly profitable coin, very popular. Getting hyped a bit. We've had recently here 4 trend reversal areas where the price reversed that could have been used for trading. A few weeks ago I opened a trading bot to trade the range all the way up to $90. That range was broken today briefly. If it goes above it, I will close the bot, put those profits into something else. It's a Kucoin trading bot. I do have tutorials on this channel how to use trading bots with Elliott Wave. In my opinion, Elliott Wave and trading bots, especially grid bots, they work very well together. The grid bot is the best friend of an Elliott Wave trader in my opinion, and it's my most profitable bot I actually have running, over 100% APR, so it's not too bad. It's only spot, so it's not leveraged or anything fancy, but it's doing some nice money printing, which is fantastic. And I just want to make a video because it is a very popular coin. Actually, it made a new all-time high today. So I thought, look, it's a boring Saturday. Let's do a little bit of something different. It's a very choppy chart though. It's very choppy. Yeah, it's not very reliable, I have to say that. But as long as those support areas are holding, we can climb up the stairs. And I mean, if this all works out, it should see over $100, right? But the condition is that it needs to hold the $73.86 level, because only as long as we're holding that one, it can focus really on higher here. And it can only really continue with this roadmap, because below that level, it would be basically invalidated. Yeah, below the 78.6 fib level. Now, this is, again, it's a very choppy chart. I've got here a wave count. Obviously it's not the longest chart history, so we have to be a bit careful, but from the beginning here I've got a 1-2 setup, which bottomed in November 22 at around $25. At the time we did cover GMX, we did have it on the radar. Amazing performance since then. I've been covering it nearly in every opportunities video I do on a weekly basis for channel members. Then we had another 1-2 setup, and here we had a high B wave, came down in C. So basically, oh no, I need to change that 1 second. That is not correct. That is not correct. 1 second, let me change that. This was not, no, this is not correct, but this was another, basically 1-2, another 1-2 setup, and here another 1-2 setup. So you see, it is very choppy, these 1-2 setups, so they are getting unreliable to a degree. I need to add that here actually, this latest 1-2 setup, because I forgot one here now, but don't worry about that. So that doesn't matter in the short term. What I eventually want to highlight here is target for this third wave here, and we are currently in this particular third wave there in white. Now it's a bit difficult because the minimum target that you would expect is the 1.618 extension of the wave 1. So we talk here about $108 for this third wave. But due to all the sub-wave structures, those 1-2 setups that we have here, it should eventually go higher. I mean, 2.618 extension should be reached, which is at $160. Now, I'm not telling you it will definitely happen, but it should happen as long as we're holding the 73.86 level. Because it's a very choppy chart, it's not the most reliable one. This does not look like a typical third wave in the making at the moment, unless it really takes off now. So it is something amazing that surprises all the time, this chart, even while all the support areas are holding, but really it shouldn't be that bullish with this structure. So I'm very cautious about it, right? I'm very cautious, I'm very careful, I'm getting very careful as we're heading further into all-time high territory. And I might as well actually close my bot today if I'm looking at it like that, right? Because I don't want to lose all these profits it's made. I don't want to lose all these profits. And even if it keeps rallying, I'm rather looking for another low risk, high reward entry point. Because this is obviously any coin in all-time high territory is getting a little bit more risky. Especially if we're not in a pullback. But it's a very choppy chart. You know, if we had a proper setup, you know, 1-2, and we would be rallying. But there's just so many 1-2 setups. It's getting a little bit strange. And in addition to that, what I've spotted earlier today on this chart, it is this this kind of strange sort of wedge pattern that we see here. You know, I just highlighted here with those yellow lines. It's a bit of an ascending wedge. Now, if that breaks down, then good night, because that can take us down. I mean, what is the target of a wedge? Typically the beginning of the wedge. So it could easily take us down into the mid 50 range. So I might as well take some profits today, close the bot with over 100% APR, and you know, nice grid profits. So I'd rather not risk to lose all of them again. Yeah, because GMX is not really moving with the crowd. It's moved very independently. Just another evidence that not everything moves with Bitcoin. But if we can push above this trend line, I think we have that $100 plus target ahead of us. And I would use the 73.86 level as key support. But I personally, with that performance here, I think I started the board somewhere here, end of March. So a few weeks ago, or maybe even a bit earlier. I don't want to lose all of that profit again. That's my point. That's just a good example for, you know, your trading decisions shouldn't always be based purely on the chart, but more about, you know, what is your portfolio looking like? You know, if you've made profit with a coin, you might as well take some profits, even though the chart might as well go higher. But then there are so many other setups which are deep in support that might provide another entry point. So, you know, it's not all about up and down. So we just wanted to emphasize here the upcoming risk, but also the potential for GMX. So it can certainly push higher, but bear in mind we're now in all-time high territory. We are quite far away now from relevant support levels. We're just below resistance. If it can push higher, I mean, we're talking about $150, $160 plus, but it would really need to break out now. This is a bit of a wedge pattern that gives me a reason for concern, and the entire chart is very choppy. So even though it has adhered reasonably well to the analysis in the recent weeks and months, it is still something that I'm thinking, it doesn't give me too much trust. I'm still focused on the upside. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to scare anybody. I just want to highlight there is certainly, if a pullback occurs, it should occur from here. Okay, so yeah, that's my update about GMX. But certainly lots of upside potential. But the key support that is relevant is 73.86. And in my opinion, we're now in this little third wave here. And that third wave here, again, it's very choppy. You know, you don't get a very clean count of the subwaves. But target for the third wave would actually be $95. Then we should get a 4 and a 5. That should go even higher, right? And so then we can get onto that $100 plus range. But we're not there yet. And current price action suggests just a small pullback, really. Yeah, bit of a bull flag here, even though it's not a very clean one in this overall uptrend. So just consolidation, basically. Yeah, that's my update about GMX. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.